Hey guys, how are you? I'd like to introduce you to Invariant, a panel for creating versions, batch renaming, organizing your project, and packaging it for delivery. It works in both After Effects and Premiere Pro. Before we begin, there is one important difference between the After Effects and Premiere Pro workflows: how you select the source content. In After Effects, select your compositions directly in the project panel, then click Refresh in Invariant. In Premiere Pro, due to application limitations, sequence selection takes place inside Invariant. Choose the sequences you want and click Use Selected. Either way, each item shows up here at the top as an independent job. From this point on, the workflow is exactly the same in both apps. So, with the jobs loaded, the first thing to decide is where the new variants should go. Turn on Create Root Folder if you want Invariant to place them inside a new folder, then give that folder a name. If you prefer to keep the variants in the same folder as the source items, leave this option off. Now the variants. This is where you tell Invariant which versions you need. Click Add Variant and set a name, resolution, and format for each output, say a landscape master, a square version, and a vertical one. The presets cover the common sizes, but you can type in any custom dimension. Each variant can have its own name, but the naming controls go further than that. In the settings for each variant, you can add a suffix to the variant name. Define a separate suffix for every duplicated subcomposition or nested sequence, and choose a master label for that variant. These options make it easier to identify every generated item before you even get to find and replace. Instead of renaming things one by one, you add rules here. For example, replace master with social. Add the rule to the list, and it'll be applied automatically during processing. If you want to rename the selected items right now, without processing anything, Apply Now does it immediately. Okay, variants set, naming rules ready. Let's check what's actually going into each version. Click Next, and Invariant shows you the full scope, every subcomposition, nested sequence, and dependency involved. You can include or exclude anything before committing. When it looks right, hit Process Batch, and Invariant generates all the versions at once. With Clean and Organize, you can keep only the content that matters and remove everything else from your project. Select the composition or nested sequence you want to keep, then click Clean and Organize. Invariant makes the selected item the main item and keeps only that selection and everything below it in the dependency tree. Anything outside that tree is treated as unused and removed, while the remaining project is organized automatically. Because this is a removal process and can delete more than intended if the wrong item is selected, always save a backup copy before running it. With Smart Save, you can save any composition or nested sequence as a new project and automatically organize its files and assets on Windows or Mac. Select the compositions or nested sequences you want to package, then click Save. Under Export Mode, you can choose how Smart Save packages the selected compositions or sequences. Consolidated creates one folder containing a single project file with all selected items and their required assets. Separated creates one folder containing an individual project file for each selected item. All projects share the same asset structure. Isolated creates a separate folder for each selected item. Every folder contains its own project file and its own copy of the required assets, making each project completely independent. The Keep Active Project Open option controls which project remains open after the export. When enabled, Invariant keeps the newly created project open. Leave it disabled if you want Invariant to return to the original project after saving. Enabling this option also gives you access to delete original project after export. When selected, Invariant deletes the original project file after successfully creating the new one. You can also enable Also Delete original assets to remove the assets from their previous locations after they have been copied and organized inside the new package. This is useful when your project and media are scattered across different folders, such as downloads, and the desktop. Instead of manually copying, pasting, and reorganizing everything, Invariant creates a clean package in the new destination and can remove the original files afterward. Because these deletion options are destructive, confirm that the new project and its assets were exported successfully before using them. Finally, set the folder name and suffix, then click Start Export. In Premiere, make sure the current project has already been saved locally before starting. And that's the whole flow. Select, configure, process, clean, and package. The same way in both apps. That's Invariant.